Things seem to move fast. Now they seem to move a little slow. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Thanks so much for tuning in. Let's get this party rocking. That's what we do. Where we at?
The new Black Wall Street. Do it right, build wealth, real life, economic empowerment, real tips, insight on the new Black Wall Street. It's on the new Black Wall Street. He's your host.
All right, my beautiful people, thanks so much for tuning in. This is ERGJ, your certified financial educator, founder of the New Black Wall Street. And today we're going through our show, Money and the Power Show. Now, what is this show all about, guys? It's all about getting into the two subjects that I believe that we've been taught not to talk about, that I believe that we should talk more about. That's going to be money, and that's going to be power. That's going to be economics, and that's going to be politics. In other words, what we're talking about today is cash flow and cash rules. Everybody put that in the comments below. Cash flow and cash rules. Now, what is cash flow? Of course, that is the economics. Cash flow is money moving all the time, not just flowing to you, but flowing through you. If you want to be wealthy, you should have a stream. That stream should not stop with you. But the stream itself is controlled, and it's controlled by the cash rules or the laws of the land, legislature. So it's important not only that we understand economics, but it's also important that we understand politics if we want to be wealthy, if we want to be in a place where we got our money working for us, we want to be in a place where we get keeping more of our money, understanding tax laws and things like that. So cash flow and cash rules, we need to get our money up. Well, here's the deal, guys. Today's episode is brought to you by something that can help you with those taxes. That's going to be maximizing your tax refund. This is a $20 book that we can get out to you today if you order today. This is 35 surefire ways to get more from your return now. 35 surefire ways to get more from your return now. Now, I know many people do not have a tax book in their library, but you can change that today. And you can read on 35 tips on how you can keep more of your money, how you can maximize your tax refund. And that's what it's got. My goodness, why wouldn't you want to learn how to do that? I mean, keep more money in your pocket, out of the pocket of Uncle Sam. Well, that's going to be tax strategies that you need to learn. This is actually an authored book, a signed copy that you get today from the author itself. So if you want to order this book, go ahead and give us a text call text us right now at 678-851-2400. And you want to text the word, let me put that in the comment. Let me make sure you guys know that. Text now to 678-851-2400 to go ahead and order your book today, and we'll get it out today. There is no delay. We'll get it out today. All right, so maximize your tax refund. Now, also, this show is brought to you by Club Millie. And Club Millie, what we got going on today or tonight is going to be your Dow 30 investment session. So what that is, guys, is that every week we try and provide something that's going to be beneficial to the beginner, to the investor that's just getting started, the one that's scared to actually put their money out, even though they don't have any problem spending it. They have not learned how to invest it. So if you are new to the market, investing, well, you want to come to this session tonight. It's $10 for you to join. Why not invest $10 to see how you can learn how to make your money work for you, and you start to become familiar with this thing called the stock market. So it's going to be $10. You're going to join us tonight. I just put that link out there for you. So you go ahead and sign up. You got till 6 o'clock to sign up. You don't sign up, that's okay. We're going to do what we're going to do anyway. We're just opening it up for you. Now, what is Club Millie? Club Millie is a group of people who have decided they're going to make their money work for us. And our goal is to help 1,000 people save and invest $1,000 this year, and you could be one of those 1,000. Also, we have 4 pillars that we're going to stand on, and that's going to be number 1, an investment club, which we'll be forming in about 5 weeks. Also, we have a real estate investment group, which will be our second phase, where we're going to buy the block back. The third phase is going to be peer-to-peer lending, which means we become our own bank. And then the fourth pillar is going to be venture capitalism, which means we become our own Shark Tank. See, we're going to finance our own freedom, and we're not going to be asking for handouts. We don't care about all that other stuff everybody else is talking about. We're going to use what we got to get what we want. Everybody put in the comments below, use what you got to get what you want. Because here's the deal, guys. All that other stuff, we can't control. But what we can control is what comes into our hand and what we decide to do with what comes into our hand. So if you want to learn how to stay, if you want to begin to learn how to earn, you want to begin to learn how to make your money work harder for you than you work for it. Well, I don't know no better deal than a $10 deal. It's basically Wednesday. It's a $10 Wednesday, right? $10 Wednesday. Get your money up. We call it Wisdom Wednesday. You can join us. We'll do it at Dow 30. Now, what is the Dow 30? It is the 30 most significant stocks in America. You're familiar with many of these companies like Apple, Nike, Walmart, Disney, Verizon, things like that. So we're going to be going through those companies, and we're going to be looking to uncover investment opportunities. Well, talk to you guys about the book. We've talked to you guys about your opportunity to join us tonight, but let's go on and get into our show, our Money and Power show, and find out what we need to know as it relates to what's going on in the market today. So let's do a quick market recap, see what happened yesterday. The Dow was actually up 150 points. Now, if you remember yesterday, if you were here yesterday, you remember yesterday, I told you guys that the stock market was on sale. And yesterday it bounced back 150 points. The NASDAQ was up 34 points. The S&P 500 was up 17 points. Yesterday I said it over and over and over again. The stock market was on sale. And the question is, how many of you took advantage of buying low so you can make your money rise on the come up, on the return? All right. Now, yesterday, Chipotle was up 2%, Tesla 2%, all this up 3%, Southwest. The whole market was up, so I don't need to go through all of that. Darden Restaurants was up big at 9%. A couple of companies were down, Newmont Mining, Gold, and things like that. Let's take a look at your key indicators. Commodities, oil was up 0.35% at 48.54 is trading at a barrel right now, $48.54 a barrel. Gold is at $12.51 an ounce, and silver is at $18.14 an ounce. So those are key indicators as it relates to your commodities. Now, where are we at as far as our volatility index is concerned? There's two emotions that drive the market, fear and greed. Again, we're still in fear territory, sitting about a 34 for our volatility. Warren Buffett says this: you want to be greedy when others are fearful. We are in fear territory right now, so go and be greedy. Go and look for your opportunities. But he also says this: be fearful when others are greedy. So right now we are in a fear area in the stock market, which means many places in the stock market are on sale. Now, as far as our last 3 months, our performance over the past 3 months, here are your top performers. Here's what's been leading in the charge. Here's what's been hot. Electronic technology has been hot, 11% over the past 3 months. Technology services has been hot, 10% over the past 3 months. And consumer durables has been hot, 10% over the past 3 months. Now, here's what has not been hot. Everybody put in the comments below, not hot. So you got hot and you got not hot. Well, here's what's not been hot. And here's where here's where I'm looking for opportunity. I look in the not hot section. You guys can go look in the hot section all you want, but I want to buy low. I want to get stuff that's on sale. I want to buy things that are on clearance, and it's typically found in the not hot section. So what's not hot? Energy minerals is not hot. What's in energy minerals? That's going to be your energy companies. That's going to be your oil companies. That's going to be your coal companies. All the stuff that you actually need in order to produce in the industrial age is what's not hot. So to me, that's where I can find some bargains, some opportunities. Now, what else is not hot? Well, what else is not hot is going to be communications. Communications have been down 4% over the past 3 months. Now, what's in communications? Let's see here. You got major telecommunication companies like Verizon, AT&T. Those are some major. You got some specialty communications companies. Let's see if I can know any of these. CenturyLink. I don't know any of these. I'm not really a big communications person. But probably somebody that's in communications. Vonage, Windstream Holdings. I'm not a communications guy here. And you got wireless communications. Cellcom, Sprint, T-Mobile, United States Cellular Company. So anything that's in the communications, oh, look at this. Oh, I'm seeing some stuff already. I can't tell y'all that. Y'all got to look for yourself. But the communications was not been hot. So you may be able to find some diamonds in the rough if you look in the rough. So everybody put in the comments below, diamonds in the rough. You might be able to find some diamonds in the rough if you're willing to go look in the rough. Pretty simple. I know it makes sense, but I'm just trying to help you guys out today because this is how I find opportunity. Now, let's take a look at some things that you need to know as we move into the market today. Here's your pre-market info that you need to know. Well, we got B is for Brexit. The United Kingdom is set to formally begin the 2-year process of extracting itself from the European Union, a bloc of 28 nations with free trade and virtually open borders. UK voted to withdraw from the EU in a hotly contested and controversial referendum last June. Divorce proceedings cannot begin until the British government formally informs the EU that it's triggering Article 50 of the Lisbon Treaty. That's expected around 7:30 this morning, so it's probably already happened. It's happening right now as we speak. Prime Minister Theresa May was photographed signing the article letter on Tuesday night. She's actually doing some press conferences. It's probably on the news as far as the live news is concerned right now. The British pound has crashed following the Brexit referendum. It's been trading at $1.50 just before the referendum results came out. Now it's at $1.24. It's been weakening a fair bit since Tuesday and hasn't been helped by the news that Scotland wants a new referendum on independence from the UK. Now, what does this tell me? If I was a betting man, which I am a betting man, then I would be actually looking at the pound because the pound is on sale. Now, it doesn't mean it's going to turn around tomorrow, but my God, it's trading at $1.24, its lowest place in a long time. To me, that's telling me that the pound at some point will turn around. At some point, it's going to make other people rich who are willing to be patient with the pound. Everybody put in the comments below, be patient with the pound. Now, traders are nervous about Britain's prospects for securing the good Brexit deal with the EU. Business leaders are hoping to preserve as much free trade as possible to avoid the introduction of new tariffs and regulatory red tape. To avoid all of that. Diamonds in the row. What's going on, Mr. Brown? How are you? Now, number 2, your global market overview. Global stock markets are mostly climbing Wednesday. Of course, this is after the big good day for the domestic market. United States stock futures are edging up. European markets are mostly rising early in trading. The FTSE 100 index in London is inching higher, though it's not performing as well as other European markets. Asian markets ended the session with mixed results. All the Chinese indexes posted losses. This comes after a positive day for the Dow Jones Industrial Average, S&P 500, and NASDAQ. Each index rose by 0.6 and 0.7%. There's big news in Toshiba. Toshiba's woes, Westinghouse Electric is filing for bankruptcy. According to its Japanese owner, Toshiba. Toshiba has been hit with billions of dollars of losses from problems at Westinghouse's nuclear operations. The Chapter 11 bankruptcy filing allows Toshiba to limit exposure to future losses at Westinghouse. The Japanese firm said in a statement Wednesday that Westinghouse will no longer be under its control and will be deconsolidated from its financial results. Also in the news, Samsung has a new phone coming out. The Samsung Galaxy S8 will be released on Wednesday around 11 a.m. Eastern. The new phone is expected to seek a sleek redesign. Now, I wonder if we're going to have lines around the corner for this Samsung Galaxy like we do for the Apple iPhone. I doubt it. The complete recall of the fire-prone Galaxy Note 7 means Samsung needs a flawless rollout of the new Galaxy S8. Experts say Samsung can bounce back, but there is no room for error. Any little thing that goes wrong with this new phone will be bad for Samsung because they have already got a tarnished brand because of their phone Galaxy Note 7, which blew up. I mean, it literally set the house on fire. Well, here's your earnings and economics today. Lulu Athletica is among the highest profile companies that will release earnings on Wednesday. Their results will come after the close. Lulu is a beast in the first quarter. Why? Because most people are talking about working out. Lulu makes workout clothes, so I expect them to kill earnings after the bell, and that's something I'm probably going to play. United States Energy Information Administration released weekly crude inventories data at 10:30 a.m. These reports are known to move markets when there is more or less crude than expected. So, big news is the Brexit negotiations and then your Lulu earnings after the bell. And so that's the news that you need to know, the pre-market info that you need to know heading into the market today. Hopefully, you got a little bit of information that's going to help you in your decisions as you move forward. And let me look just real quick to make sure I'm not missing anything, because it's a whole bunch of information. Let me give you two more things real quick, and then we'll wrap this thing up. Let me get that one, and let me get this one. So as oil output grows, BP keeps refining stable and expands retail. So BP has no plan to build new refineries despite growing oil production. It will focus on modernizing existing plants while expanding its network of filling stations to generate $3 billion in additional cash. I like the sound of that. The group's head of refining told Reuters that even though BP's output was set to spike as new fields become operational, its attitude to refining remains more cautious. Are we going to invest in more greenfield refining in BP? Probably not, said Tufan Egribla, whoever that is. He said BP was happy with its refining portfolio, although it could sell some assets in downstream, which combines refineries with chemical plants and infrastructure such as storage. Now, my recommendation would be to add BP to your watch list. Why? Well, BP is one of the biggest oil companies in the world. Oil just happens to be in the energy minerals sector. Energy minerals just happens to be in the rough. And you might just find, as you do more of your own research, could BP be one of those diamonds in the rough? I don't know. But it's worth adding to your watch list and then doing your research to find out. And then lastly, guys, we're going to talk about this China ride-sharing giant Didi. Everybody put in comments below Didi. D-I-D-I. They're mulling over a $6 billion SoftBank-backed investment, according to Bloomberg. So Chinese ride-sharing, which, Uber in China, Chinese ride-sharing firm Didi Exxon is considering a $6 billion investment backed by Japan's SoftBank Group. Now, SoftBank was also connected to Alibaba at one point, and also connected to Yahoo at one point. So when Alibaba went public, SoftBank actually had some shares that they sold off. So as it looks to take on a global rival such as Uber, Bloomberg reported on Tuesday, citing sources familiar with the matter. Now, this is kind of important because we know that Uber is going through their issues. I mean, Uber has some Uber issues right now. And so Didi is trying to capitalize on the issues that Uber may be having by actually getting investments into their company so they can take over market share. So everybody put in the comments below market share. It's all about a fight for territory. And so while Uber is dealing with their issues and people are being turned off to Uber, they're going to have to go somewhere else for their ride sharing. And in China, Didi is saying, we want to be that company that people in China go to instead of Uber. The same way that in the United States, Lyft is saying, we want to be that company that people choose over Uber. The same way that in Black America, Moving is saying, we want to be that company that people choose, especially Black people choose, over Uber. It's all about territory. Everybody put in the comments below territory, because they're all trying to capture market share. And the more market share that you can capture, then the bigger the opportunity for your company to grow. The bigger your company grows, the more that people and the more that investors like you, because you are growing. You're offering jobs. You're making more money. You have more profit coming into your storehouse. That's what investors like to see when you have the opportunity to grow and you find little pockets of territory that you can take over. Because we're not in business to compete. We are in business to dominate. Well, guys, this is ERGJ, your certified financial educator and founder of the New Black Wall Street. This is the New Black Wall Street, the Money and Power Show. Once again, what we talk about is money and the power. Money and the power. Basically, economics and politics. We're talking about cash flow and cash rules. Well, guys, I just want to remind you this, that it takes a village, but it starts with us. Let's build as we climb together.
Black Wall Street. Thanks you for joining the show. We gave a lot of great tips, but it's time to go. Take the knowledge we shared, hope you use it and grow. We'll see you all there in the next episode.